You looking grouchy, Willie Bud. Lily Bud was sitting in my chair, so I just picked her up, and that's why she's looking a wee bit on the grouchy side right now. Do you want down? Hmm? Do you want down, pretty girl? Okay, I'll let you down. Settle down. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Heather. Okay. She went further away. I didn't want to accidentally roll over her if she was right behind me. So we are going to work on the little bracelet we talked about yesterday. And if we have time, I've got a couple of hair barrettes. Just, yes, you do. 6-monthers have a slightly more open rose. I have to take some more rose pictures so I can give everybody roses. But we decided this morning that rosebud should have rosebuds, the rosettes. So you've got a rose. Hey, Chris. Okay, got to get the live chat going up here on the tablet so that I can see everybody. There we go. You left your coffee in the other room. You better go get it. I have a wee bit of water left here. Now, see, Beth has a more open rose, as does Leanna, because they've been with us a little longer. Hi, Anita. Right now, I just have them set up as when you start, you get a rosebud. When you've been 6 months, you get a full-blown rose. I've got some new roses over here my daughter gave me for my birthday. So, hey, Brandy. And hi, Donna. Hi, Miranda. So, I will be taking some more rose pictures after a bit so that we can have more roses set up for people. So we don't just have the 2 right now. But I've got some pearls and some leather, some silver spacers, and we got our fishies so we can make our the longest, not the oldest. This is very true, Heather. She has been with us. If we're discussing Beth, Beth was my original member. That's true. My birthday's on the weekend, and I have a show. So, but we've been at this show before on my birthday. In fact, the very first time we did it, it was on my birthday. And hi, Sid. And my husband actually bought me an Adirondack rocking chair at that very first Swan Lake show that we did on my birthday. So that was pretty cool. But you knew Beth was number 1? Yes, she was. She was number 1. So actually, I was sort of going through the members this morning because we've lost a few. We're back down to 24 again, and at one point we were up to 26. So hopefully we can get our membership back up again one of these days. I hope so anyway. We're going to turn down, cut some leather, and make this bracelet. It's not going to be hard because it is just a leather bracelet. And we are going to we're going to use some pearls and leather and these fish and some other silver spacers for it. This is true, Beth. We are old. You and I are the oldest, I think, here. Though I'm a little bit older than you. Though actually, of our members, Mary McMahon is our our oldest, but she hasn't been on for a while. I don't know what. I should send her a message, see what's going on. You are next as far as age is concerned, Miranda. Well, let's see. I will be 68 on Saturday. I believe Beth just turned 67 last week. And I know that, like I said, our eldest member is married, but I haven't seen her for a while. I'm going to have to, did my mail come today? Not yet. My mail is rather, my mail is rather erratic. I've had it come as early as 9 o'clock, and then there's other times when it doesn't show up till like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So actually, Miranda, that does not make you the oldest. Leanna is Leanna is above you. Oh, Sid. Excuse me. Looks like Sid beat us, but both out, Beth. So I had no idea that you were 74, Sid. I really didn't. So, so I know there are a few of us up there. Some of us are older than others. Well, let's turn down and I'll show you what I've got out for this bracelet and we'll get started on it. So, whoop. Come on, baby, turn. Oh, sorry about that jerk. That was unexpected. A little bit of an uphill there. So we have our two fish here. We're going to have them face each other with their mouths open. See that? Mouths open. And then I have to decide what color of pearl I want to put here. We have the black ones. We have these creamy colored ones. And we have these ones, which are more of a, they're not orange, but they're not, they're more of a beige color, I guess. I actually think I have some purple ones here somewhere that are large hole, but the question is, where are they? They used to be sitting right here, but that doesn't mean anything, right? I tend to move crud around all the time, so so sometimes it's where I think it is, and other times it's like, now what the heck did I do with that? Oh dear, you just turned 59, but you feel 89, Chris? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Brandy will be 46 in November. Anita is 56. Oh, you were talking to Leanna when you asked if the mail had come. Okay. So anyway, we've got to decide which color of pearl we're going to use. I've got these two colors of leather out, the natural and the warm brown. I'm sort of leaning towards the warm brown for this one. You feel 109. Oh, Beth, I know you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better pretty soon. You turned 48, Kimberly, I think. Heather? I thought I saw Heather. Donna is 73. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Beth, you and I got beat out for age again. There's Sid and Donna that are older than us. Now, I thought I saw Heather on here. In fact, I'm fairly positive I did. I think she's right in that same age group with you. Fishies. with you, Kimberly. So we have this pretty brown leather. And we're going to put our fishies through here. Oops, he's hollow, so he doesn't want to go straight in. And this is a little bit crooked, so we can straighten it up some. Come on, leather. I see you right there. There it is. So now we need to decide if we want a specific color of pearl to be next, or if we want just to use just one color throughout, or if we're going to space different colors out. This is a pretty color and it will go nicely with this leather. I'm not sure I want any black ones. The black are a little dark for this little project, so I think. Who was asking about your Liana? Beth was? But yeah, I think Heather's right in that same age group, mid to high 40s, if I recall right. You like the first one, this color? Yeah, it is a very pretty color. I've had this one for quite some time. It's not a new color. I actually, when I got this one, also got some purpley colored ones, but I don't see them here on my desk for some reason. Oh, here they are. They're a sort of grayish purple. And I have a slightly darker purpley colored one too somewhere. Like I said, I put them on my desk and then I moved things and, oh, there they are. Here's the darker, more purpley brown colored ones. So here are all my colors of pearls. We decided not to use black. I've already put that one up. I'm thinking we like this one. So I do have these other colors, but I'm leaning towards this one, especially since I've decided to go with this darker brown leather. Go on down there, baby. And we'll put our other fish on here. Can I put them by the fish so you can see what the colors look like better, Georgina? Come on, line. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this like this. And then we have some grays. We have this deep purpley color. We have the more cream. And we have the more orange color. And you know, this, I think I'm going to change this. I want a more orangey colored one close to the fish, I think. Oop. Maybe this one. He obviously has a ridge in him, though. There we go. Broke through it. I love these fish. They are so cute. Thank you for them again, Chris. They are adorable. So we got our... Now we can keep going with these, or we can switch to a different color. I don't think I want these. I think it's going to be between these and the cream ones. And I actually need to cut my cord so we can go to both sides. Sorry about that, folks. That was my pharmacy telling me my medication is ready to go. Is it gray or silver? It's well, it looks gray, it looks silver. It's sort of a combo, gray, silver color. As you can see, if I turn it just right, because these are natural pearls, they have a teeny touch of, see, there's some flash of color right in here along this band. Call them kissing cousins. They're blowing a bubble. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking when I decided to put the pearls in between. Hi, Cynthia. So I'm thinking I'm going to put like every other one, a white and a, but we're not going to put too much more on though, because this is a leather bracelet. It's not going to go all the way around as far as the beads are concerned. So got to decide which spacer I want to use. Maybe this one. Got to cut our leather. I think we're going to do this, and then we'll end it right here, and then of course we'll have the pearls on the other side too. I'm going to cut a little extra because I don't know how much space that's well, we're going to cut it at 7 because we got to put the hardware on, so even if we probably going to have to cut a little more off, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. They are really cute, aren't they? I just love them. I think they're adorable. So put you over here. Yeah, I'll go over here. We'll go with one of the white ones. Come on. da. I want a darker one. Get yourself the right way. They are so cute. What we got to do is get these guys in the middle so that I can get my we're going to use the crimp cover trick to stop our beads from wiggling. Fun and beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's very cute. So let's see. We've got this one at a little over 3.5, 1.5, as is this one. We're probably pretty close to the center here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our crimp cover here. See, it's got, this is a bigger one, and we're going to just slide it right down over the leather, right at the end of our beads here. I think I let it go this way just a hair's breadth. You got to get it more or less in place when you put it in, because it's going to fit itself really nicely around the leather. See how it's fitting pretty close there? And so if you don't get it right where you want it, it's going to mar your leather up a little bit as it goes into place. So okay, down there. Fishy, you turned your head again. Now we're going to take this other one. And it's going to go on this side. Push down. Okay. Those are now in place. It's going to fit like so. I think we may be just about where we want it as far as our hardware is concerned too. So that's good. So we need to get out our crimp pins. Yeah, thank you. Well, those are the bigger ones. We don't want the bigger ones. Let's see if these are. Now, I usually put a little super glue on this, and I am going to, but I'm not going to put it at the bottom like I normally do, because lately these are tight enough they're not going to want to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull them out just a hair's breadth, and I'm going to put that little dab of super glue right up here at the very top. Then I'll push it back into place. And I'm going to work it back and forth just a little bit so the super glue will go back down into that slot. And then I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, teeny chain nose, and as you can see, there's a little band right there in the middle. We're going to go and take our pliers and we're going to squish that band down. Don't Hercules it or you'll break it. Turn it and do it from the other side. So now that's held in place pretty good. Now we'll go to the other side, pull it up just a little bit. Drop our little bit of super glue drip right there at the very beginning. Now again, I'm going to push this back up into place and a little bit further if I can get it to go a little bit further, so that I can pull it back in and then bring it back up again, and that brings the super glue back down with the leather when you push it. There we go, a little bit too far. There we go. Now we're going to get in here on that little band and squish it again. We'll go right across the band like so, squish, turn it, and squish the other side. Remember, you're not Herculesing it. You don't want to break that little band. So there it is when it's squished. We'll give it a few seconds to dry before we get the hardware out to finish putting it together. To my little fishes, they're so cute. That's a good question. I haven't seen Heather on for a few moments. Are you still on, Heather? So once these have a little bit of dry time, we want to get a couple of jump rings out to do our round. Just one of these this size. Final little bits and pieces here. While that's drying, I'll show you this. I did put this together last night. This is that piece of lepidolite. It's from one of our bargain bead boxes. Is this? I'm not sure. But I found this little piece in some stuff that Randy gave me, and it's really lightweight, so I thought it's too lightweight to do much with. But it glued down here nicely with the rose over the top of it to make a really gorgeous pendant. My pharmacy keeps calling me to let me know my medication's ready. Sorry about that, ladies. I was out of my high blood pressure medicine, so that's what they're calling about. check out this lobster claw, make sure it's working good. It looks like it is. I need to change my mats. I got the new ones the other day, but I haven't changed them. This one's getting a wee bit on the raggedy side here. Down here too. But anyway, see how dry you guys are. You feel pretty dry. So we'll open this smaller one up. Go. Now we'll hook this baby together and see how big we made our little kissing fish here. They're cute. Oops, you flipped. There we go. I figured my emblem needed to be a rose, so I changed it to it. Down you go. You're out between 7 1/4 and 7 1/2, and that's fine. So there she is. Thanks, Bonnie. I didn't notice you pop in. Hello, how you doing? So there is our little kissing fish. And you could say he's blowing bubbles because we got all these little bubbles here that will work for our sea. So cute. So there is our bracelet all finished. And I think he turned out adorable. I really like it. This pearl has a flat side. Let's make it go downwards. There we go. So there is our bracelet. I also have some little earrings half designed here on the side. These little beads are from our Malibu Dreams. Oop, go back in there. Your own little shells. And we have some little fairies sitting on the moon. I think you need to turn. I like them to be facing different directions. Unfortunately, our little fairy is only one-sided, so it has to go the same direction. And I got these tiny little black butterflies. Lily had something to say to us there. Thank you, Kimberly. So anyway, I need to get some wire and we will make these guys into some earrings here. And come on, where's my copper? Hey, Lily? Be nice to Rory, Lily. For some reason, Lily does not care for Rory. Don't know why, just know she doesn't. Oh, thank you, Tina. So put some little copper spacers in here. Oh, these are brass, not copper. I know I have some copper though. Gunmetal. Where's the copper? Huh. Interesting. Copper seems to have ran away. That's all right. We have copper wire. We'll just use some copper wire. Obviously, the last time I cut any of this was before I got my double cutters from Heather. This is bone or antler. I don't think I said. Heather gave me these as one of my gifts when I ordered some stuff. So those are buffalo horn, I believe. So we'll don't bend so much. It's the only thing I don't like about craft wire. It bends too easily. Well, come on. You wanted to bend real easily a second ago. Now you don't want to go have it let the fairy go on. What, Lil? Put this little black butterfly on here. This little black butterfly is from that Austrian company. Doesn't like us to name them anymore. Silly people. Come on, little one, find the hole. You're right there. There. Come on. I just felt you give. Let's go. There we are. Come on, stay the right way. I see your butterfly is wanting to move around, and that's the problem. This probably isn't going to be in the right direction for this, but that's all right. We can move it as it gets around here. Hold this in place, and I cut more wire than I needed, and it's not enough to make this second one though, so I guess we'll just, this is bare copper wire. I could put it away and it could be melted down again later. Okay. Oh, my butterfly, I tightened that up too much. He doesn't want to go the other direction. So, oh well. So, but see, my fairy is crooked too. So I need to, depending on how I want to put my ear wire on, we're going to have to move our fairy around. Probably this way, just a little bit more. Again, she's a little crooked. There's one. My butterfly wants to go crooked, but oh well. I tightened it up too much, so it didn't have enough room to. I actually should have put them the opposite direction so the butterfly could sit in that little curve right there instead of going in that up and down spot. But I'm not going to switch it now because if I did, I'd want to switch both of them. Exactly. It's crimp covers. I think they're 10 millimeter crimp covers. I love the fishies. I think they're adorable. So anyway, I could cut this loose and switch it so that switch them around so that my butterfly would be here, and that way it wouldn't try to go sideways like this. And it might be the best thing to do because see it's trying to go into the curve right there, which is just fine. I don't have a problem with that. Though in all actuality, what I should do is get a little ball spacers to put in here to take up that slack of the butterflies, between the butterflies' wings. So that's two options of what we could do to fix this butterfly problem here, is to get either a ball spacer or switch it to the other side over here. But it does need one or the other thing to happen. So because I like this curve going down to the bottom, I think I am going to, oh, those are two different size spacers too. Isn't that interesting? Where did I put my two spacers? Right here beside me. Looks like these are the bigger ones. So, and there's a big one and a small one just came out. See there? Well, we're going to go for the bigger ones. I'm pretty sure those are the bigger ones that are in there, because they look like they have a bigger space between the curves. So let's see if I can find a ball spacer quickly, and we will see about restringing this one with a ball spacer with the fairy or with the butterfly, though I might just do the other one first to see if it works the way I want it to before we worry about cutting the other one loose. Teensy weensy little ball spacers. And that's a lot more than I need, because I only needed two. But he's going to sit right here with the ball spacer above him, and see how that's going to then fill in our butterflies, tops of the butterfly wings, and keep him from sliding sideways. In fact, we may put two up there so that even with the curve, it will keep it from rolling around. So let's get some more wire cut. Now, I didn't check to see if this ball spacer would even go on this wire. I hope it will. See if it won't, I'm going to have to get a slightly bigger one. And it says no. That's all right. I do have some bigger ones. Now this time when I come around, I'm going to intentionally leave myself a gap here. See this gap? Because remember we fought to put the fairy on the last time. So in leaving the gap, it goes on a lot easier. So grab these two where they come together, down a little bit more. And then we'll take our other plier and wrap this baby up. See, now that one's going to sit right there, and then it's going to keep our butterfly. Come on, you go over here. See, it's going to keep the butterfly from going sideways across. It still wants to go sideways, but it should be able to be mobilized now instead of being stuck there. So uh-oh, this bone is not as big as the other one. See that? They don't want to go in, I don't think. Let's see if when I pull the wire down, if they'll slide into the bone or if not. That's a knot. See, it won't go down in there. So we're going to have to do one of two things here. And since I do want these to match more or less, and I don't want a gap of bone here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, there it is. I have a file here, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to see if I can file some of the bone down a little bit so our bead will slide down in there still. Well, it's horn, not bone, but I am marring it up a little bit on this side. But see if that was enough. Not sure it was enough. It wants to still stick out some here. There we go. Oops, I think we bent the wire to get that to do that though. Let's see what we can do. Lily, stay off the cabinet. best laid plans. They go in, but the wire is a little bent, and I'm not sure I can get it to go up and where it belongs. It's just barely not there. Come on. And the fishies went together so well, but these fairy don't want to go together, do they? The only other option is to change one of the beads or one of the spacers or take the spacers out entirely. We don't want to leave a lot of extra space though. And this one's fitting perfectly. Well, let's cut this one apart and we're gonna, come here you. Come out. Oh, now you don't want to come out, huh? Nothing like a stubborn wire. Wow. It really doesn't want to come out now. There we go. The beads are stuck in there. Now, if you only would stay without a wire going through you. Okay. See, this spot right here is ground out a little bit better on the other side than on this side than on the other side. But this should sit. See now it should sit right here just the way I want it to. So I am going to probably have to file this out just a little bit more so it will go up through there without bending the wire all up like it did. Down you go, into place. Now see how well behaved that one was. Didn't give me any flack at all. Lily just chased Rory off the couch. Like I said, for some reason she has it in for Roar, which is silly because he doesn't bother anybody. And see, we need to put this one on the ear wire. It's done. This one, like I said, needs a little bit more filing out, I think, because it the beads are sticking in there quite nicely, but the wire won't go through. Let's see. It won't even go back up into the beads now. They've obviously slid sort of sideways. So. Okay, I missed quite a bit while I was playing with that. There is a way. I just have to file that spot out some more. Will the wire go through without the beads? Oh yeah, it'll go through without the beads. Come on. Ta-da. It's just the beads are a little bit too squished in this one because apparently this central piece is a little bit more, well, it's smaller, but not by a lot, just a little tiny bit. So we just need to file this center out here. And probably a little bit on this side too. One of the reasons is because this has got that groove there. See where this comes down right in here? And this bead that's going to this side goes through here, is coming and hitting this wall right here just a touch. So, got to get rid of that wall a little bit. We almost made it with the last time that we sanded it some, but the wire bent in the middle, and so it wouldn't go back through the other side. So, all right, where'd my other bead go? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is, up there. Okay. Two, three. Loose enough for these guys now? Come on. Not quite. You're popping out just a little bit still. So, I really should be doing this underwater, but I'm not, so. We don't need a lot, just a teeny bit. Oop, don't lose that either. This is one of those instances where you just have to be stubborn, more stubborn than the wire is, and the bone piece. And I am, because I want this to go there. Now this is one time when I'm using craft wire here, which is a dead soft wire. And this is one time when probably the German style might have worked a little better because it's a medium temper as opposed to a soft. And so it's got a little bit more, how do you want to put it? Stubbornness might be a good word to put it. but let's face it, this wire has to be as stubborn as me, and the bone has to be stubborn as me, and they're not, because I'm stubborn. And I have decided it's going to work. So it is, because I won't allow it to not work. Okay, I got that bottom crooked. See how crooked I made that? So I've got to straighten that up some. There we go. Butterfly. Oop, come here, butterfly. Little ball spacer. Now let's see if I got you big enough. You go this way is where I want you to go when you come through here. Okay, right through there. You feel a little bit stiff in there. Let's see if I can. Not yet. Gotta come up here. These are the little shell beads that are outside of the Malibu Dreams one. Bargain Bee Bucks kit. Okay. Drop down into there. May not have it quite well enough done because it still wants to not quite go in there. There we go. See how it's popped up a little bit there? It's bent the wire just a hair's breadth again. See if we can get it to. I'm not sure if it went into the slot or not. I don't think it did because it looks like it's over here just a hair's breadth. So we are going to have to file it just a wee bit more because it doesn't want to quite work out the way I want it to. Go all the way out. Out. There we go. And now the wire's bent right here. So I'm going to have to pull them off. Come on, you guys, off. See how I got a little bend right there in the wire? That's from trying to push it through there when it's not quite got enough room. And it doesn't want to come off, so we have to straighten it. There's what happens when it doesn't have quite enough room to go through the slot. It's close, but just not quite there. It's a pity my Dremel's not working. I would just Dremel it. But my Dremel is, it's lost its charge and its charger is not working. So that makes for a bit of an issue. But because a Dremel would just make quick work of this. Actually, I should get my drill out. I'm afraid it would make too quick of work, though, because I don't want to overcut it over to it. See, with just the beads, there's plenty of room there. See how there's a big gap up there? It's when you try and put the spacers in too that it suddenly becomes too small. But the spacers shouldn't be taking up that much space, I wouldn't think. But that one's a little sideways. You come back here. See, that one is just not quite got enough space. It's darn close, but it's not quite. So we need a little bit more. See how it's sort of chipping this side here? That's why I always turn to this side, because this is going to be the back side. And if we're going to chip something up a little bit, we want it to be the back side. Okay, we'll give you another try. You're getting close. Why are you stuck there? Is that where that bend was at? It was. That bead looks to have come here. I want to see something. I would swear I saw a secondary hole in this bead. I do. Interesting. Well, let's see if we can. So close. But almost too far. It's raining and making you sleepy. You have a nice nap, Brandy. See you later. Do we still want you to go live? Well, yeah. If I ever get this wire through this. This is where a stiffer wire would help too, because this wire is just too soft when it comes right down to brass tacks. But we will make it work sooner or later. See, they're all in there. It appears to be the side over here that's creating a problem. because it's holding that bead way too snugly. It won't let it wiggle at all to get up to the wire hole. Let's see if we got you that time, if that was enough. Aha! That's a good idea, Charlie. This one has a secondary hole, but it's barely through. Very weird. Now I've seen that happen before, especially with pearls and things like that, when they don't quite get them lined up. Okay, you guys. Let's pull you down. Thank you for the idea, Charlie. We'll just pull this baby up. There we go. There she is. Now we're going to turn her around because that side was the side that I've been filing on, and see there's a little bit of damaging there. So there we go. Now we just need to make our loop at the top, and then I'll have to decide what kind of ear wires I want to put in them. But see, stubborn. And a little help from Charlie with a suggestion I hadn't thought about. Thank you very much for that, by the way. But every once in a while I get into that, oh, you are going to work. I don't care what you think, because I have decided that that's the way it's going to be. And this was one of those times. So there we go. I just need to put ear wires on them and they're done. That's the truth. If there's a will, there's a way. And like I say, thank you, Charlie, for the little bit of input. I hadn't thought about doing that, but it worked perfectly, as we all saw. So there's I just got to put ear wires on those, and they are done. And then we have our bracelet here from earlier with our pearls and our fishies. So there we go, all done. I'm not going to bother to get the ear wires on right now. We all know how to put ear wires on, I'm fairly positive. It looks so easy laying there. Yes, that's very true. Hey, Debbie. Well, we made a few things. Oh, excuse me. We made these pair of earrings, which I've been arguing with this one for quite some time here. And we made this really cute little leather bracelet, which turned out really nicely. I quite like it. We used the fish beads that I got from Chris. She's my beading buddy this month, and then we put pearls in them to make it look like not only under the sea, but fishy bubbles. True, there wasn't very much wiggle room there. So like I said, I'll put the ear wires on these later, and then they'll be done. And somebody asked me for pricing. On both things, it'd be sort of a guessing game for me because the bone frames were gifts from Heather. The fish were gifts from Chris. So I would have to guess on approximately what those would cost before I can actually say for sure how much it would cost. So, but I will be figuring them out because they'll probably go with me to the show tomorrow. So, but yeah, those are horn. I'm pretty sure the frame is horn. So. Oh, yes, I did use them, Heather, and you missed me fighting with the one. I had to actually to file the interior of this one down some. If I turn it over, you'll see I've got a little bit of rough edge here from the filing. And Charlie gave me an idea, or I might still be fighting with it a little bit, of putting another wire down the top and into that top bead to their buffalo horn. Yeah. My sound is being nasty. Sorry. So anyway, and the shell inside is the little shell beads from out of the Malibu Dreams. I put a little Austrian fine crystal. Did you send the charms? No, I bought those from Sam's. I think that's where I got them. Let's see. I think it was a 4-pack or a 5-pack. 4-pack. Copper Crescent Moon Fairy Charms, 15 by 25 millimeter, 4-piece set, made in Greece for $3.75 for the 4. So almost $1 a piece for the $3.74 to, how much would that be? Yeah, 94 cents a piece for the little fairies. So, which isn't bad because I've gotten fairies from Sierra Cast before that were like $1.30 or $1.40. So that's not 94 cents isn't bad. So there is our earrings. Like I said, I just got to put earring wires on, and our fishy bracelet. So you have some too in silver and antique copper. Yeah, these are the antique copper. So they're very pretty. So anyway, I'm sure you ladies noticed that the members now have a different icon beside their name. Um, they have a little rosebud for, I need to get some more roses put in for more different time frames. I only have 2 right now. Those of you who have been with me for 6 months or longer have a full-blown Carolina rose, and those who are under 6 months have a rose bud. I've got some more roses. They're blooming right now. My wild roses are blooming outside right now, so I'll probably go take some pictures. And I also have some roses for my daughter for my birthday, so I'll take some pictures of those so we can have some different roses for different things. I'm going to turn us up for a few minutes here. Hey, Miranda. Nice of you to join us, our membership. I appreciate that. The fairies are very cute. They are, aren't they? I really love them. And they worked perfectly with your frames. You're right. And it was just a fluky idea to add the little butterflies. I thought they were cute. So I will be adding some different roses so that my rosettes can have different roses in their spot. So everybody have a nice day. Like I said, I do have to put the ear wires on these and then they'll be finished. And then we have our little fishy bracelet, which I think is adorable. It wouldn't work last week, Miranda. Oh, and weird. I wonder why. Maybe they were doing some repairs to the site or something. They do stuff every once in a while, you know. So anyway, we've been on an hour and a half. It's a half hour till Heather. I think she is going to go live today. You are going live, right? Thank you, Leanna. So we want to give Heather a little time to get prepped. So we're going to take off. Oh, it was your tablet, you think? Okay, that's possible. So we'll see you all over on Heather's live in about a half hour, maybe a little less. And the little fishies are expensive. Is that what you were saying was expensive, Chris? Okay, I missed it. Anyway, I hope everybody has a nice day. Oh, by the way, I think I showed this at the very beginning. Remember this hunk of flat lepidolite from, I can't remember what bargain bead box it is. I got this bottom piece from Randy. It's really lightweight, so I figured it needed to go somewhere. And then I put this rose over the top of it. I think this made a really nice, pretty pendant. So now I have to do something with it now that I've doctored it. So, no, the fishes weren't expensive. Well, that's good. But they are so cute. I really love them, and they fit really great on the leather. They fit perfect with the large hole pearls. I liked it. It turned out really nice. So we're gonna go. Like I said, these need their ear wires, and then they'll be a nice pair of earrings. I don't think they go real well in my hair. I think they match it too well. So they'd go great with blonde hair, don't you think? But anyway, I'll get those. That's got to be finished. So anyway, ladies, we'll see you later. I'll probably be on live again tomorrow because, you know, I just find it easier. So I am going to make some hair barrettes, but I'll probably record those for Saturday. Just because. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. Bye, everybody. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.